Today we are discussing 5 income streams or more for the fashion creative.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Hello my darlings, it's Dion Dean. Welcome back to another video posed. I have a July event for you guys, or a July date, locked and loaded. We're doing it again. I had such an amazing time with the ladies that showed up on June 18th, that on July 23rd from 10 to 1, we went over, guys. We were in there in the spirit, chatting away. And so it's going to be 3 hours. If you're only available from 10 to 12, that's fine. But from 10 to 1 on July 23rd, I'm going to leave all the info below. Doing it again because I learned so much about what you guys need from me and how I can help you. And so I'm going to be doing this every month, guys. I'm going away to England, as you guys know. And so I'm going to be giving you content and more information about what Posed is going to be about in July, but please sign up early. I've decided to keep it small because I really enjoyed the group of women that I had on Saturday. It was so epic, so amazing. We got to share so much. I got to give them all of me. They got to really share their hopes and dreams. And so again, 1 minute in, July 23rd, I'm going to leave the information down below. So let's get into the money, because I know that's why you clicked on this video. Income streams for fashion creatives. I'm always going to say I am. I'm not going to say formally, because I still am in that space of teaching fashion and retailing students how to make money. That is what I did at the college and university for almost a decade. And so I'm bringing that here to YouTube. So we are going to be discussing income streams for fashion creatives. So what is a fashion creative? Designers, stylists. These are people that are making a living over creating their art. Makeup artists. I am a certified nail technician. So people that are in the business of creating. And at my former institution, I taught artisanal students. So they're students that were making items, right? But this is really for anybody who is, again, someone that's in the creative field, not necessarily in the business field. Students came to me with their fashion design, and I would teach them the business of fashion. And so part of all of business, for the most part, is making a profit, okay? And so we know that a lot of students that are in the arts are creatives, and I'm really good. I'm not to say that I'm a dream crasher, but I like to sift through all of that to help them make money. So the first way that I would teach my students how to make money, or one of the ways that I would teach them how to make money, is simply to sell their art, right? To sell their designs, to sell their photographs, to sell their sketches. Things that they are creating with their hand. Just literally go to the flea markets, go to Society 6. There are so many different sites where you can actually sell things that you have drawn. Flea markets are great if you're creating candles, if you're creating jewelry, if you're making something with your hands, if you're a chef, if you're making foods, if you're making pastries and bakery items. Go to the flea markets, find places where you can sell outside of just having a traditional brick and mortar. In 2022, brick and mortars have taken a hit, malls have taken a hit, but different pop-up spaces are literally popping up all over the country. And so if you're someone that is artisanal, that is creating a product, is creating I say this because coming out of the college university, I had a lot of students that were selling their photography, that were selling their sketches, that were selling created pieces. And I would always advise them to actually get out in the public. You don't necessarily have to have a store. You can just pop up somewhere, different places around your city. So number one, the first way is to just sell your product. Number two, eCourses. I sell my eCourses. I'm thinking about doing a video on passive income. It's not a great source of income for me, but my eCourses do sell. Currently, I have Self-Photography 101. I'm going to leave a link to my most popular ones there down in the description box, but I teach people how to take their own photographs. I've taught people via my eCourses how to thrift designer items. Some of you may have already taken that course, but how to thrift designer clothing, how to thrift designer shoes, how to make a living from thrifting, where I talk about live sales and thrift boxes and so on and so forth. I will leave a link to my Teachable website so that you can see what I've created. But if you're a fashion creative, you have created something. So now teach somebody how to create. One of the students that I had previously. She was a tailor, a seamstress. I always get tailor and seamstress. She was a seamstress. And one of the things that we came up with is that she would have, she would do courses on how to mend different things. So how to mend a pair of jeans, how to create, how to take, two pairs of jeans and make them into one pair of jeans, how to deconstruct items, how to take the arms off of one blazer and put it on another. And so she was teaching people how to basically sew and how to mend. And she was just like, why would anybody want to learn how to do that? Because because of sustainability, right? And shopping pre-loved, those are tag items right now, and people want to learn and understand how to be more sustainable. So what better way than for you to teach them through your sustainability school, your sustainable fashion school, how to do that. So I will leave a link to my e-courses. And if, of course, with Dion Dean Creative, if you need training on how to create your own course, I'm your girl. I'm here for you. We can do that. I'll leave a link. I'm going to leave a whole lot of links of how to reach out and reach out. I was going to say reach out and touch someone. But that may be something that you want to discuss in post. So yeah, hold on to that thought. Consulting. Again, I worked with college students, and so they weren't in that space to consult per se. This is great for me. I would think that this is great for someone who has gone into one career but is wanting to go back into another one. I get this a lot from women and men who have started out in one career, but they've always had a passion for styling and art and drawing and painting. And so if that's you and you've been doing it anyway, they never stopped doing it. It was just a side hustle or just a passion project. You can consult people that want to get into that. I've said this, I want to say like 3 or 4 videos ago when we talked about shame, but I feel like a lot of people are not consulting because they don't feel like the expert. When we talked about imposter syndrome, let me tell you something. You don't have to go to school to become an artist. I know this is going to get me into some trouble, and I do believe in higher education. But fashion is one of those careers that you don't necessarily have to get a 4-year degree in. There, I said it. If I never get a job at a college again, university, it is what it is. There are people that have gone through the ranks of retail and now are running stores. The Nordstrom family started out in shoes. And did any of the grandkids go to college? I'm sure they went to college. But it's through their lineage that they became a part and CEO and vice president of the Nordstrom group, right? So I think that if you are that person, why not charge somebody $50, $100 to style them, right? Consulting. Seminars and workshops. I say this all the time to my chefs, and maybe because it's a trigger for me, because I don't have time to make these elaborate Jamaican meals. Give me a seminar on 15-minute meals. I need that. Give me a seminar on how to sew, like different things that come that's what I'm going to say. Things that come so easily to you. Why not teach that to somebody? And I know that you may say, oh my gosh, like why would anybody want to know? I say that for myself. When I was meeting with my business coach back in Dallas, and she was like, Dion, you really should start like styling. And I was like, why would I want to do that? Like, I just like to play dress up. And she's like, but you know how many people don't like to play dress up? Personal styling is a perfect one. I'm like, I just shop. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I just shop. She's like, you know how many people don't like to shop? Who don't like to shop? What? Who don't like to thrift? I have some people all the time. Oh my God, I hate the thrift stores. What you talking about? But what you love, somebody else hates, and they would love to learn how you do it. So seminars and workshops, number 4. Number 5, membership sites. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I am in that space when it comes to YouTube of, if you guys read the Bible, then you know the scripture, do not cast your pearls before the swine. And I'm not calling y'all swine. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that YouTube is the swine. I feel like I'm giving YouTube a lot of my content, great content, that should be on a membership site. Case in point, You know, some days I go to Gucci outlet, I go to Fendi outlet, I'll go to Saks and Neiman's, and I'm only there for like 5-10 minutes. It's not necessarily something that I would put on YouTube, but it's something that I would put on a Patreon or on a YouTube membership. And that's where I am in my brain. So with membership sites, there, especially if you have a channel at whatever level, 500 members or 500, a community of 500 or 5,000 or 50,000, there is something extra that you could do to put on Patreon or Squarespace or whatever it is. And I've actually created, I'm going to put a link to my Teachable courses in the description box, but I actually created a course on this because I felt like it was something that you guys needed to know about. And so I put behind the scenes of my Patreon group, YouTube membership, and Squarespace membership site because I'm playing with all three of them. I'm this close to putting my London travels in my Patreon group as far as like my shop with me's, because am I going to spend an hour? Yes, I am going to spend an hour in Harrods. That's a lie. But there may be like various boutiques that I'm only in and out of, you know, for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't think that's YouTube worthy. I think that's Patreon group worthy. And so I'm teaching you guys within that e-course how to launch a membership site. And I'm actually taking you behind the scenes of setting up my Patreon group, my YouTube membership, and my Squarespace memberships, which is what my infamous program will be on. So I'm going to leave a link there. I think everybody who is creating on social media needs to have a membership site, because when you put, and I've said this over and over again, what you put on social media does not belong to you. And that is unnerving, because I know whatever ad money YouTube is getting, I'm getting a very small percentage of it. And the Jamaican in me wants a larger piece of the pie, if not the whole pie. And I know the only way to do that is to move to a membership site. Personally, will I still be on YouTube? Absolutely. I've had Dion Dean TV and I was like, and I came right back to YouTube. I'm not trying to leave YouTube. I just think that there's some content that belongs on Patreon. And for me, that would be shopping with Dion. And so, yeah. I'm going to leave a link to it because it's about a 30 to 40 minute e-course, and I give you all the tea. Let's see. Oh, that's it. Yeah. So income streams for the fashion creative: artisanal, which is just selling what you're making. Number 2, e-courses. I'm going to leave a link to my diondean.teachable.com where all my e-courses are that I've taught or that I have for sale. Consulting, seminars, membership sites. There you go. I think, is it going to take you to 6 figures? I don't know. Will you make an extra $500 to $1,000? Absolutely. That can make or break some of our months. So, no judgment. I have friends who are making 6-7 figures, but let me tell you something. That flight to England, Riley's summer camp when we come back, that's $800. I think $200 a week. That's $800 a month. That's a good amount of change for me. Anyway, I'm going to leave a link to everything that I mentioned in the description box, including the sign up for Pose on July 23rd. And so I'm so excited to be working with you guys. Again, this is going to be an every month occurrence. We're going to get through July, and then I'm thinking of doing something for 4th quarter to get us ready for holiday season. But July 23rd is a definite. So I can't wait to see you guys there. And if this has been a blessing to you, please like and subscribe and leave your thoughts in the description box below. I'm going to be bringing you business content like never before. And so I'm glad that you're enjoying that content. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
I never ran, said no, man, I still go.